Welcome to Chapter 1. Today we're diving into some fundamentals of financial management, what it means, why it's important, how it's applicable across various business contexts. Financial management isn't just for accountants or CFOs. It plays an important pivotal role in the strategic decisions for every part of a business. Think about how Amazon expanded its distribution network. Those decisions were rooted in sound financial planning, analyzing how to maximize shareholder value. This chapter is going to introduce you to the goals of financial management, the different forms of business organization, and the determinants of firm value. Corporate finance provides managers with essential tools. It helps identify profitable strategies, decide on investments, and ensure enough funding. For example, consider Tesla's aggressive expansion strategy. They needed to raise cash to build factories in Berlin and Shanghai. Financial management skills enabled them to secure the necessary funding and successfully execute those expansion projects. These skills allow businesses to decide where to allocate resources, how to balance risk and opportunity. So the tasks of a financial manager are to determine what to buy, determine how to get the money to buy, and how to manage the cash flows of the firm. A sole proprietorship is a business that's owned by a single person. Think about a local bakery with a very passionate baker. It's simple to set up, but the downside is that the owner faces what we refer to as unlimited liability, meaning if the bakery goes under, personal assets are also at risk. So we're going to discuss several different forms of business, sole proprietorship just being one of that set of forms. Partnerships are similar, but they have multiple owners. An example might be a law firm like Skaden, which is a partnership of lawyers. In partnerships, each partner could be liable for the business's debts, which can be risky. In addition, the life of the company is the same as the life of its partners. If a partner dies, the business technically ends. There are different types of partnerships. In a general partnership, we all have the same rights and we run the company together. We are all at risk for success or failure. Here we also introduce something called a limited partner. This is a silent partner, if you will. I'm sure you've heard of that before. The at-risk piece for the limited partner is only the investment if something happens, is only the investment. If something happens, the general partner is responsible for the liabilities of the firm. By law, the limited partners can only, in quotes, work in the company a set number of days per year. The idea is that they don't run the business, so they have less liability in the company. Corporations, unlike the first two, is a legal separate entity from its owners. Apple, for instance, its shareholders own the company, but are not directly liable for its obligations. This separation limits the risk to the amount that's invested, which is why large companies often prefer this structure. So corporations have a special process of formation. They incorporate in a specific state. Usually has something to do with the legal system within that state. But the formation is more complicated than the previous forms of business that we discussed. So if you are a owner of a corporation, what is it that you're getting, right? So if you, what are the rights that you're purchasing? You get the right to vote. The company will make certain kinds of decisions, and you will get to vote on whether or not those decisions go through. And of course, a majority wins. You have the rights to assets. Sometimes we refer to this as a residual right. You can't take them with you. You cannot take them, but at liquidation, when you have the rights to the monetary value that's left after the sale, the right to profits, not how they're paid, but you have rights to their, in quotes, value. So you're entitled to dividends, a distribution of profits. However, you really don't have control over how much they are or when they'll actually be paid. There are other types of businesses that we talked about, or business forms. A limited liability company, or LLC, combines the benefits of partnerships and corporations. They enjoy limited liability like a corporation, but can also participate directly in the management of the company. An example is SpaceX, which is initially organized as an LLC to benefit from limited liability while maintaining management flexibility. And there are other forms of business. Subchapter S, LLPs, MLPs, and others. The basic idea is that all of these different forms are combinations of the characteristics and benefits of the three primary forms of business: sole proprietorships, partnerships, and corporations. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.